How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today, I want to go over some of the crypto news of the day. Talk to you about the potential for more flash crashes because we saw one again yesterday and we saw one 2 days before that. So, we've seen a lot of turbulence in the crypto market. I want to go through some of the news for the day and again tell you kind of what I think is happening in the crypto market. Now, if you guys don't mind just hitting the like button, I appreciate that. If you haven't seen these videos before, please hit subscribe, turn on that bell notification so you can see exactly when I post a video. I've been covering more crypto and I really want to cover what's happening in real time because I think it does help a lot of people. That being said, if you guys want a broker, or a crypto exchange, there are links down there to BlockFi and to Voyager. In case you want those, it's important to have multiple exchanges because sometimes they go down. Also, they give you bonuses and interest rates on your crypto. And there's a link down there to Webull to get some free stocks when you deposit $100. So we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, BNB all falling massively over the last 7 days. Now, Bitcoin hit a low of about $33,600 yesterday, and it had been holding very strong around that 38,000. We have Ethereum falling to 2,100. We have Cardano, $1.32. I was watching in my car and I just saw these falling and falling and falling. And it was kind of what I expected because yesterday in this video, we covered this anonymous tip and talking about the manipulation that we see in the market, right? So we have seen massive manipulation in crypto. It's still unregulated. It's still easy to do because it's a smaller market. And we were talking about how you can't just follow the herd. You can't just think like everyone else in crypto because there are people that are willing to manipulate. And while your zero point 0.1 Bitcoin might not seem like a lot, if you have enough people that sell that off, then it is something that can actually be very beneficial to whales who are trying to push down the price. So we talked about here, this anonymous tip had gained our confidence, right? Or gained a lot of people's confidence, not ours as much because we were talking about it, but had gained our confidence by correctly seeing what was going to happen the first time or correctly predicting it. And then he says that they're going to push the price down to 25,000 for Bitcoin. Now, like we said in the video, I would really suggest watching this too. Like we said in the video, they didn't push it down that far. They pushed it down enough to 33,000, or there's enough fear with some China FUD, which we'll get to in a second, that it actually caused a sell-off. And then they probably went ultra long, which is why we're seeing it back at 38,000 today. So they pushed down the price. They had nothing to lose the first post when no one believed them. Then they pushed down the price and then went long, and they got cheaper Bitcoin again. So I know that a lot of people sold off because we saw it fall down about 5,000 just in a little while, just like half an hour. Now, Bitcoin falls after China calls for crackdown on Bitcoin mining and trading behavior. We've seen these pieces of news recently. We've seen them for years. But this happened again yesterday, right? We had already gotten hit a couple days earlier with some China FUD, and now we're getting it again saying that they're cracking down on Bitcoin mining, which is really interesting because Bitcoin mining is one of the issues that we have with China. When China really likes Bitcoin mining, we have a problem because of the carbon emissions. We have a problem because they're the ones controlling most of the mining in the world. And then when they don't like it, when they're cracking down on it, we don't like that either. You can see Michael Saylor posted a crackdown on miners in China would radically reduce the carbon footprint of Bitcoin mining, increase the profitability of all the remaining Bitcoin miners, reduce nagging China FUD, support progress towards our ESG goals, and drive up the value of Bitcoin. We should be so lucky. It's amazing, right? Some people just want to cause panic. Now, this is CNBC that's posting this. I don't know if they are in on this or if they are just not paying attention to what's really going on underneath or they don't care. But what we're seeing is the potential for more and more FUD over time, but hopefully the retail investors don't listen to this. We saw Michael Saylor actually buy more Bitcoin yesterday. He was talking about buying it on one of the apps. So honestly, you can't just go along with it and sell into the fear. In addition to that, something that I find pretty fascinating here, 372 days after Bitcoin halving, this is back in 2017, we saw this massive dip. Now, if we go 1 year from then, we see the same thing. So now we're going 373 days. So about 1 day afterwards, after a halving, massive dip. Now, I don't know if this is actually because of anything fundamental or just because that's how it worked out in terms of time, but it is fascinating to take a look. A lot of these little ridges too are pretty similar to between these two charts here. So it is fascinating to take a look at the similarities between them. Now, Elon is also tweeting about crypto. He said any sufficiently advanced magic is indistinguishable from technology. I actually really like that quote. I've heard it before, but this is the one that's specific to crypto. The true battle is between fiat and crypto. On balance, I support the latter. So he's talking about how he really does support crypto. All things being equal, he really supports crypto, which I think is pretty obvious at this point. I think he does get bored of just doing the same thing all the time, so he does stir up some trouble, and he does like that. Now, looking at the crypto market, we have Bitcoin down 22% over the last 7 days, Ethereum down 38% from highs, still down significantly. Tether just staying the same as always. Binance BNB down 45%, Cardano down 31%, Dogecoin down 33%. Now, we can keep on going down the list, but you can see these ones are hit pretty hard too. I was not able to get in yesterday. I figured that Bitcoin would probably fall a little bit closer to 30. I thought maybe 31, 32. I was very close to buying, but I didn't end up buying during that flash crash. So I think we will possibly see more of those flash crashes in the future. Now, whether we go up to 43 and then it's a flash crash down to 38, 39, and I say crash, right? A lot of people that are native to crypto or have been in crypto for a while won't really think of that as a crash. And people that are used to the stock market would think, oh, 10% dip in an hour is huge, or 20% dip. So I'm just talking about a quick fall and then a recovery, right? These V shapes that we see here so often. Now, I plan on picking up more in the future when we see those. The question always is, how long do you wait? So yesterday I didn't pick it up. I was going to pick it up if it fell a little bit further. One thing that I am looking at in the top 5 right now, I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. I am really considering adding some BNB. It has been hit hard. It's down 50% from its highs. And something that's fascinating, if you haven't already looked at this, BNB burning happens regularly. So every quarter, Binance uses 1/5 of its total profits to purchase and permanently destroy or burn Binance coins held in its treasury. So last quarter, they burned 600 million worth of BNB in its largest ever burn. Now, this is kind of interesting too, just to take a look at their profits, right? I mean, we can kind of work back how much they actually make, because if they really do take 1/5 of their profits, that means that they are bringing in $3 billion a quarter in profit. So if we compare that to Coinbase, it's actually much more significant. Assuming this is like net income that they're burning, that means that they're using, that would mean that they are significantly more profitable than Coinbase. You can kind of take a look at the massive expansion of this recently. So if they're able to continuously burn this, take a look at the BNB token itself. So we can take a look back on April 16 where BNB was, to take a look at how much of that market cap they actually burned. Because you have to remember, right now it's only a $50 billion market cap. If it stays here, they're burning 1% of the supply a quarter, over 1%. And they're very profitable. You have to remember that while the markets change and fluctuate, they still make money. So back on April 16, it was back when they were pretty high up there. So April 16, they were right around $520. So that means that their market cap was probably about 90 million or so. So they burned just short of 1%, like 0.6% of the total supply, which is fascinating. So I am considering BNB just in general, but looking at that burn, it does get really attractive, especially if they stay around this market cap. I mean, again, they're going to be burning 1% of the total market, of the total supply of BNB tokens. Now, that being said, I think Cardano has a lot of good things coming. I think Ethereum have a lot of good things coming, but Binance is an interesting one too. Of course, do your research. I'm not a financial advisor. All this is not financial advice. So definitely do your research. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for checking out those links down below to Voyager and then also to BlockFi. I have the majority of my money at BlockFi, but I like Voyager for some of these altcoins. Also, there is a link down there to Webull. I really appreciate you guys signing up for that, putting in $100. They're giving away a Tesla too, so they always give away random things like that. So you can get in on that. All you have to do is, have an account, and then you can take a look at what they require because it's different every contest essentially. But thank you guys. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.